and gentlemen, we are the Millie Goats. I am AK. This is JBonez. This is typically a Saturday night show, but as everyone knows, we can't do it on Saturday night because there'll be two games that are... What?
Maybe they don't know.
They don't know. Well, if you don't know, we're doing it Friday because Friday night, if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. Like, subscribe, leave a review and a rating. We're doing it on Friday because playoffs start tomorrow, 4:30 in the NFL. And we didn't want to run into that, and we want to pick these games. We want to give everybody, including ourselves, the best opportunity to get this information, let it marinate into your skull, into your cerebrum, your cerebellum, and you take this and you punch the buttons right on your computer screen. We're not about to let that happen where we were going to miss these games. Not today. However, the CBS contest is over. So we had to find a new contest, and we put a little skin in the game. This is for all the marbles. This is for an all the marbles NFL wild card playoff special pick'em contest against the spread.
So Friday night, we're shaking up the routine here, which could be cause for concern. Additionally, should we have led with just a TikTok for tomorrow's games? Because I don't know if you know, but those TikTok videos are on a heater.
They had Instagram. It's on a heater.
Instagram, yeah.
The Colts video that you did.
Is that doing well?
There was dozens of people. I mean, dozens of people that hit the little share button. We're talking 40 to 50 people that. Beep, 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 beep.
I said people aren't talking about it. It's a big deal.
I mean, people. You were just saying. That's all. You were just bringing it up. You were
just saying. Ask some questions. Big J journalism.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful. So things are percolating with the socials. So get there, interact with the socials. What we do on the show is we go back and we look at the tape. We look backward so that we can move forward. And if you're joining us after the Peach Bowl, you probably don't even need to watch it. It was an absolute massacre. Nobody cares. Indiana's a wagon. Kurt Cignetti wants a beer. Mendoza, is he great? Is he not great? JBonez, what say you? You're the Big Ten guy.
Highlight for me was I think it was a Barstool tweet where Cignetti comes out, looks at the field, just goes back to the locker room, and the comment was
see that? I saw
me
that.
making sure my gate exists before going to get food. That was, listen, I don't want to feel like a Debbie Downer, but when you're trying to figure out what the schedule is going to be tonight, I said, I'm probably not watching the game. It's probably going to be a stinker. Let it rip. And did I know it was going to be a pick six on the first play of the game? No. What? Last night was too good for this to be back-to-back good games.
That sucks. Oregon let us down. We got to stop letting Oregon into big games. Like they're on a big game hiatus. We got to put them in big game timeout.
Well, it's really damning for all the critics of the NIL because Phil Knight money pockets are deep.
Shout out Indiana putting Phil Knight and Nike out of their misery. All Adidas national championship, Miami, Indiana.
These are the first two Adidas teams
since '98.
Notre Dame's Under Armour, so they're the only other Auburn Under Armour.
I think two. I think you're right. The first two Adidas teams playing each other. I think the last Adidas team to make it to the title was Tennessee in '98.
There you go.
So
yeah, because the Ohio State's Clemson's, Bama's, Michigan's Jordan, if you want to count that being different, but
the same umbrella. But they're a wagon. It was awesome to see. Cignetti's hilarious. But that's not why we're here. We're here because the NFL playoffs start tomorrow. And if you have been listening and following to this show, you understand that JBonez is a Eagles fan. And I, myself, am a 49ers fan. So we've got ourselves a little bit of a rivalry this week. Care to say anything?
Well, listen, I just appreciate you acknowledging the champs with the 215 in your background. So thanks for that. Local Philadelphia area code. We'll go from there. See who gets to push the button this week.
I do have a graphic. I'm not going to show it on the screen, but I have it on my phone for when we get to that. When we get to that, whole bunch of information about the 49ers, team of destiny. Miami's playing in their home stadium. Guess what? It's only right that the 49ers play in their home stadium to win the championship.
Oh, we'll talk about that stadium. Don't you worry.
Cassandra's here from YouTube. She says, "What's up, guys?
What's up?
We're going to pick some football games, but before we do that,
lay some ground rules."
Okay, let's lay some ground rules. Let's do
a couple of things that encompass all the games before we get in individuals. Last 10 years, home dogs 6-2 against the spread, 24-12 since 2000, and winners of the last 5 in the wild card round. Also underdogs in general, 27-15 against the spread. Wildcard weekends when you pick the dogs. And then last but not least, we've been saying it all year, public money. Where's it going? 60% of the public money. The public is 70-102 against the spread this year. It's their worst year as a public in 23 years.
Whoa.
Have some fun this week. Birds.
Jackson's here. He's got the Eagles logo right there in his little profile picture. You know what, Jackson? Shun. At least from my side of the screen. No. I've shunned. You can talk to JBonez. You're not talking to this guy, not this week. There was questions. There were rumors that we may not do a pick'em show because, CBS canceled they ended their pick'em show, or their pick'em contest, but we said, nay, we will work around the system for the people, by the people, we the people. We will find a pick'em contest, but did we ever? So what we do is we go back and we review the tape so that we don't make the same mistakes moving forward. We were 9-7 last week. That is another winning record, JBonez. I think that was 16 out of 18 weeks we had a winning record in the pick'em contest.
Did you check your email? Has CBS offered us any expert roles for 2026? Because they were not above 500.
Were they not?
No, all those people. You showed it the one
week. Normally they flash that up in front of your face. Oh, expert is, they got something over here on the idiots. But we went 145 and 120 over the course of 18 weeks. I don't know what the percentage of that is, but that I think BMO said it was like 56, 58, somewhere in there. I'm not the math guy.
And that's with bad holiday weekends where we basically went 500, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And that's with us not knowing how to pick Eagles or 49ers games. So you take those out, we're probably the hottest two dudes on the planet.
Probably. And I've been lugging my equipment back and forth for the past month, basically. Filming in front of it. So, but, I mean, hey, for two guys who have children, who have jobs, and who do this on Saturday nights, the hottest show on past 11 p.m., if we can do that like this, just imagine if CBS or somebody gave us an entire day to look up information and say, you know what? That could easily be 160 and 100 right there.
And no big deal, but I've won 5 national championships in college football, 26.
And you're Mr. Thursday night.
People forget.
I didn't forget. Started looking those up, and you're like, holy shit, he's won like 9 in a row. Okay.
It's fun to forget. You have to have the memory of, what is it, an elephant? Goldfish? I don't know.
Goldfish.
You flush the wins, and then when you go back and look, it's like Christmas morning for a child.
It is very fun when you go back and look at everything. And also, Fernando Mendoza is on your screen right now, just looking at every camera, speaking like he looks like a presidential. He looks like he's giving he's speaking at the local caucus.
His LinkedIn's going to pop off next week.
Gosh. So we go back to week 18. JBonez, the infamous video, take the Panthers plus 2.5. Nailed it. Shout out the Panthers. They got hosed. The Bucks, all that stuff, playoff fiasco, whatever. Panthers
stay undefeated against the spread the week following an outright loss, something that may continue a little bit later.
And then JBonez took the Seahawks. We had won 3 or 4 weeks in a row against the Niners, and finally I put my hat on the table and I said, no, we're going to pick the Niners. And man, that was a terrible mistake. Terrible mistake. That was really...
Well, like I said, you don't want to have a winning streak going in the playoffs because it's hard to complete it and win a Super Bowl. So, joke's on the Seahawks.
There's a lot of winning streaks coming into the playoffs.
Texans and Jags are, 9-8 respectively. So, let's continue to monitor.
The Seahawks have theirs. They're 7. There's a couple of streaks heading into the playoffs. We come down here, and we got shucked. We shucked around, and we found out. And the Saints score a late touchdown to get it to 17-19 for no reason whatsoever. And the Falcons missed the cover by 0.5 point.
Shout out Baker Mayfield's wife sandbagging him like that, showing the poor guy just hard pouring out on the couch. I would not be pleased with that coming out.
Nope. This was your baby right here. Whose fault is it? Who was it last week?
Where's Tiger? That guy?
Yeah,
I was all Browns, and everyone's like, you can't believe them. They stink. They're fake. Oh, my God, this, that, the other thing.
Yep.
Turns out the Bengals are poo-poo.
They are. So we took the Bengals minus 7.5 last week, week 18. Browns beat them outright on the road. Like you said, divisional road dog.
Joe Burrow needs a new outfit next season.
Yes.
Heart
and a
ain't
haircut.
in
He's
it.
got to settle on a haircut. Then we came down. We took AFC South. We took the Colts plus 10.5. Bingo. We had the fake punt into
Scoreboard
the
awesome.
It was phenomenal.
Fake punts on first down. Do you think we see it in the playoffs?
Copycat league.
It worked.
So the Texans mailed it in at halftime. They still won, but they didn't win by 10.5.
Well, these are back-to-back wins, and I said during the show, these things paired up together. You'd have a game where the Texans would see the scoreboard, see a blowout in Jacksonville, and take their foot off the gas. Bingo, bongo.
And guess what happened? Jaguars win 41-7. They were favored by 12.5. We took the Jags. Cam Ward got hurt. Mobile quarterback. Some are saying.
You
exactly
said.
What happened. Yes.
Take the credit.
Touchdown. That felt great. And then he got hurt. So clearly, wow, Indiana's favored by 7.5 against Miami. I don't know about that. Miami's
be brave.
Then we came down. We took the Vikings because the Packers weren't playing anyone. The Vikings were favored by 6.5. They won.
There's some chicanery there too, with a timeout with 2 or 3 seconds left. What was that about? Anything? I mean, was the real line 6.5?
I'm not sure. I only looked at this one.
Yeah, we care about CBS lines. Go on.
We came down to the Cowboys and we said, surely Dak will be motivated. Dak quit halfway through. Yep. They were 4.5-point favorites. We took the Cowboys on the road at MetLife, and Jackson Dart had to prove that, whatever they're doing with the Giants.
Listen, the Giants do not want to have a top pick in the draft. Last 2 years, they are in position to maybe get that number one, and they're 3-1 in those games. So, most attractive position available in the offseason? I believe so.
Debatable. Well, I mean,
John Harbaugh away.
Everybody's saying it's the Ravens. The Ravens. Who wouldn't want to go to the place where their quarterback literally got their coach fired? Who the coach that drafted him and said, everybody else passed on you. We'll take you. We'll develop you. We'll build the offense around you, Lamar. And Lamar, what's he do? Doesn't show up to practice. Doesn't practice.
Nope.
He's hurt. He's not hurt. Basically, passively, aggressively wants John Harbaugh out, but won't come out and say it. Just come out and say it, dude. Come out and say it.
Did you see Lamar was apparently giving the kicker some shit on the sidelines when he kicked it out of bounds and really got in his head, which affected potentially the game-winning field goal?
He's not a leader. People are like, oh, he's such a great leader. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's an MVP. Ugh. No, he's not. He's talented.
Well, he should have won the MVP last season. His stats were there, but otherwise.
But he shouldn't have won it the year before. Stats weren't there. So, but the whole thing about the Lamar. Now, why would you want to go there if you're a coach? Because you don't have power. Your quarterback has all the power.
In Lamar's defense, the low light reel of how they lose playoff games, it's never his fault.
Yeah, but if Josh Allen loses this weekend, it's a complete failure.
Well, these are the same people that say he's the best player ever in football. So, yeah, it is his fault.
So, anyway.
Speaking of Josh, we bet against him last week. How'd that go?
We took the Jets plus 7.5, and Mitch Trubisky goes out there and wins the MVP.
And no, is that MVP, right?
That's what, MVP.
Yeah. 2-time winner, I believe.
I mean, quarterback you up there in Buffalo. I mean, is Josh Allen a system quarterback, for crying out loud? If I have to sit here and listen to Mac Jones slander from all these idiots on the show, if Mitch Trubisky goes out there and puts up 35 and wins by 27 and wins another MVP, Josh Allen's a system quarterback. So that's how we play the game. Anyways, the Jets did not cover. Then we come down here, Lions on the road, beat the Bears outright. The Bears are limping into the playoffs. So we take the Broncos to beat the wheels off the Chargers that Trey Lance was playing. Broncos are I don't think they're that good, but whatever.
Nice for them to get like a win by more than 4 points under their belt. Put it on the resume going to the playoffs. Shout out to the Broncos.
I thought the Chargers were going to screw it up. They had the ball, I think, deep in the red zone there, but Trey Lance was just rolling right and throwing it out of bounds like 4 times in a row.
Shocker.
Yep. Took the Chiefs minus 5.5 because we thought the Raiders had just basically.
Well, the Giants won early. So the Raiders, it goes to show you, were they tanking? Maybe, because they put some nice drives together when a win did not hurt their draft status.
See, what we should have done, and I should have come back in and switched it whenever the Giants did win.
That'd be dirty to the viewers, though. We can't do that.
That's true. You're right. That's right. We have integrity. Would have been hilarious. So they'd be like, "Oh my God, you liars!" Then we took the Rams to beat the Cardinals, and of course they did by 17. Yep.
Had those stats with 1 yard touchdown passes.
Yep. We took the Patriots to win big. They did against the Dolphins because apparently they were about to fire their coach. We took the Commanders plus 7.5. They ended up winning outright because, Tanner McKee, probably don't want to start him over Jalen Hurts, do you?
Probably. I don't think there's an issue with a backup situation there. What I do think that having access to a scoreboard of the Lions-Bears game, Nick Sirianni said, I want the 49ers.
And I think the 49ers said that they want the Eagles because the 49ers are 7-2 on the road.
Fake news. George Kittle actively rooting for the Cardinals so he could avoid the Eagles. On the record, on the podium, go Cardinals. He said it twice. He's definitely
I did hear him say that, but I refute that.
House of Horrors.
The Niners did also play 3 games in 13 days, all primetime games.
Shout out to them.
So now they're rested. So look out, buddy. And then the Ravens.
Shocker. It's the same script every time. Just stop handing the ball off to Derrick Henry. I had Derrick Henry. I needed 25 touches for like a $400 or $500 hit. And he had 10 on the first drive. I'm like,
it's over.
We're good. This is good. And he touched it 7 more times the rest of the game. And it was never out of reach. It should have been a pound rock game, but
they can't help themselves.
They'd let him come off the field. They'd lose 2 yards. It's a passing down, so he's not running it. Incomplete, 3rd and 13. I don't know. And Todd Monken's getting looks across the league for a new job.
Why?
And I mean, what's rule number 1? Run the damn ball.
Yes. We were close on the
game,
yeah, awesome. The fourth quarter was electric. Shout out Aaron Rodgers. 24-10. Kind of missed that one. We did get 24 though. We just didn't. We missed 16 points on the Steelers. 20-13 with the Eagles and the Commanders. So fairly close there. We knew it was going to be a 4 to 7 point game. So, well, we knew it was going to be a 7-point game. How about that? We were right. Anything else on last week?
Throw it out. Doesn't matter. Half the games didn't matter. Some seeding things. Everything reset. New season starts tomorrow.
Winning record. Speaking of the new season, here's the new look. This is a horizontal look.
Ooh.
Okay. This is Splash Sports. We actually entered a little something on this. So instead of going vertical down, these things go across. And we've got 6 games, 2 tomorrow in the NFC, and we've got 3 games on Sunday and an AFC game on Monday. And in this format, on the screen, it has all the spreads, and we get to do a best pick. Which one do we think is the absolute lock of the century? That gets us an extra 2 points.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Easy. Eagles. We'll get there, though.
So I lost my train of thought because you said Eagles. Saturday, January 10th, tomorrow. Get everything you need to get done at 4:30 because people think that the Rams-Panthers game, they stole the Texans' spot for 8 years in a row. The Texans have been the 4:30 spot. Now they're moving to Monday night, completely screwed them. But we get the Rams coming back to Charlotte where the carnage that happened a few weeks ago. We get a rematch. We get a revenge game. We got the Rams favored by 10.5 in Charlotte. Supposed to be raining there from what I've heard, what I've seen, people on the boots on the ground. Are the Panthers going to be able to get 2 pick sixes again or whatever they had against the Rams? The Panthers didn't even get in the red zone of the Rams, I think, right? I think that was what it was.
No, they scored a pick 6 and they had 2 touchdowns. One on a 4th down, they scored a 43-yarder to Ted McMillan, and the other was another 4th down they converted on a 33-yard bomb to Coker. That's replicable.
that's where you can get the Rams. Their secondary is not. They just got somebody back. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but they just got a big piece of their. The hell was his name? Damn it! It's gonna make me mad. I'll think of it here in a second. But anyways, the Rams secondary is where you can get after him. But the Panthers like to play keep away and do the whole Rico Dowdle thing. Do we pay Chuba Hubbard? Do we want Chuba Hubbard to run the football? Can we not just give it to Rico Dowdle? No, because we paid Chuba Hubbard too much money. I don't know. My gut says to me, Panthers cover. But also my heart says that because Sam Martin, known locker room leader, known culture guy, everywhere he goes, they win.
All right, I did a lot of research here.
Okay, let's do it. I can't wait.
You touched on it. We're in the Saturday stinker slot.
Lake.
Typically gross.
Lake. That's his name. The DB. Sorry.
Perfect. See, I knew you guys said the thing. Saturday stinker usually goes to the Texans, right? This is a 4-5 matchup traditionally where you get the worst division winner, which, hey, it's probably the Texans. Usually the Texans. Maybe the Texans this year. I don't know. The games stink. Wildcard Saturday, 4 o'clock. Last 3 years, the total margin of victory in these games, 69 points. It's a spot for blowouts. Last year, Texans beat the Chargers by 20. 2 years ago, the Texans beat the Browns by 31. Hey, you remember the Saturday stinker in 2022 because that's when the 49ers handled the Seahawks by 18. You have to go all the way back to 2021. The Bengals edged out a game, just a touchdown win, 26-19. However, the night game that night was Bills Patriots, which had the Saturday stinker 30-point victory. I went back and I looked at every single double-digit spread in Wild Card Weekend.
Okay.
We haven't had one since 2020 when the Saints were favored by the Bears by 11. They won by 12. 2020, the Bucs were favored by 10. They only won by 9. Ooh. Back to 2016, Steelers were favored by 11, won by 18 over the Dolphins. 2012, Packers favored by the Vikings by 11. They won by 14. 2011, Saints favored over the Lions by 10, won by 17. 2010 is the one everyone talks about and points to as maybe a replicable game when Beast Mode took over and the Seahawks, a 10-point dog to the Saints, won outright 41-36. 2017, the Chargers were favored by the Titans by 10. They won by 11. And finally, 2004, Colts favored versus the Broncos by 10, won by 25 points. All that to say, it's there to scare you people. Be brave. It's a revenge spot. Maybe if it was a tight game and the Rams, snuck away with a win in the regular season, all right, the Panthers could, kick some dirt up. This isn't a type of game where the Rams are going to underestimate their opponent because they beat them straight up. You mentioned it, a pick six. They had an interception in the end zone, so there's more points taken off the board for the Rams. They had an opportunity to kick maybe a game-winning field goal. The rain started coming down. Matt Stafford fumbled. Can't attempt a field goal. Panthers were 3 for 3 on 4th down. And the fact is, the Panthers defense this year had a lot of success switching, and it benefited them when they were playing teams that used a lot of play action. Think Jordan Love, Sam Darnold, your boy Brock Purdy. Under center, they're turning their back to the defense, faking the handoff. In that, the pre-snap read, they're switching. Quarterback turns around. He's seeing something different. Sean McVay, I think, is smart enough. Get Stafford in shotgun. He sees what's happening. He sees the switches in real time and go use one of his playmakers. Rams scored 32 touchdowns this year with 3 tight ends on the field. They're clever enough, I think, to win this thing. I'm not going to be scared off by the spread. I like the Rams. Big.
I hate that.
Also in that game, despite the pick six, the Rams had their 4th highest yards per play. They only had 5 third downs all day. They only had a single penalty, and they scored a touchdown on 4 or 5 positions that they didn't turn the ball over.
Counterpoint.
Okay.
Bank of America Stadium does look pretty cool at night. You don't get to see it often in primetime games, but it's an elite primetime game stadium. It looks good on TV. So when it gets dark, is Matt Stafford a weather quarterback, though? Remember his back? Remember when that whole thing, his sciatic, all of a sudden it's just gone. Is that how nerve pain works, Matt Stafford? Matthew, sorry.
Are you sure? Because it seemed to just disappear this year.
No, it doesn't just disappear. You don't just all of a sudden go lay on a laser bed, tanning bed in a Winnebago outside your stadium like Uncle Rico, and all of a sudden you walk out there and your back's fine and your nerve.
Maybe it was a fake way to get out of practice in the summer. You ever think of that?
Yeah, but he can't help but have stuff all about him all the time. He's hurt all the time. He's so tough. What are we picking?
What's your spread?
10.5.
Rams.
Okay. Does it get the star?
No.
Okay.
We'll talk star
Rams.
at the end.
I have to remove myself from this game, the Rams and the Panthers, because I want the Panthers to win so badly on multiple fronts. One, because of our guy, Sam. Shout out Smoney. Two,
Sam does not follow me on Instagram, so for that reason, I'm taking the Rams.
Can't blame you there.
He was this close. He was this close to a Panthers pick, and I told him this in person, and he just went, I don't have Instagram anymore.
It's a lie, Sam. We know you're on Instagram all the time. Secondly, I hate the Rams.
Yeah, so you're double biased.
Yes, I have to remove myself from this emotional. But I will be rooting. Well, I'll give a little fist pump like Napoleon Dynamite's brother, like yes, if the Panthers win. Insert that gif.
If you're a believer that it's all fixed, I think Roger Goodell would love a nice little Rams Seahawks game next week.
That would be fun. Yeah. That would be fun. Man. Yeah, the rematch? Are you kidding me? Okay. Rams minus 10.5. Next game. Prime. Al Michaels. Undertaker meme. Undertaker
back, baby.
He's back, dude. If there's one thing that we wanted, it was Al Michaels behind the microphone and all of his youthful energy when calling Thursday Night Football. Shout out to him though. He's just like, I'm not going. You're gonna have to take it out of my cold dead hands. Dude.
Well, you know why you want to rip on him? People were loving Tirico this week for some reason. He was a corpse on the first failed fourth down from the Steelers. It might as well have been 1st and 20. He was up and tackled, and it's the Ravens' ball. And then when the Steelers got on the board, and the Ravens get on the board, like he was drunk the first half, and no one commented on it. They were all like, "This is a professional." Oh, Mike Tirico.
You can tell that all these guys, once they get a little juice or they see one of their other buddies, like, oh wow, look, just listen to. Sean McDonough is notorious for just yelling way too much whenever it doesn't call for it. Yeah.
The ball's on the ground. Oh, my God. Michigan State wins. That just lives in my head. Speaking of announcers, Greg Olson will be in the booth for that game.
The Bears-Packers?
No, Panthers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was just in Miami. He was with the by the way, look, let me just take a step back away from Bears-Packers for a second. Great rivalry, but with all due respect,
is it?
If Miami's smart, they will rent a house for their football alumni and just live stream it on a YouTube channel.
No, they'll go to jail. There'd be so much cocaine in that building.
Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my goodness.
How about Michael Irvin jumping right in front of the cameraman and like the game clinching shot yesterday? Catch that?
Idiot. He is something.
I said this last week. I think, you go and you work hard and you become a billionaire and you get some sweet at these games. That's not the way to do it. You got to go play for these colleges and then just be able to stand next to the head coach. That is the best spot to take in a game.
There's nothing like going back to, like, when you go back to App, it's just, I don't know, man.
You're not Michael Irvin on the sidelines barking like a dog next to the head coach.
I am not with a belt slapping a trash can with another team's jersey. No, but I might be.
A whole nother level.
I might do that next time I go up there when we get to the reunion again. But
there you go.
I don't know, man. It's fun to go back to the old. I don't know. It's just it's different than pulling for a pro team. I don't know because college football is just different. You know how it is.
They just let those guys on the sidelines. There's like Michael Thomas talking to Jeremiah Smith, like live coaching in the moment from a former player. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, Okay, Packers, Bears, NFC North rematch. We saw this a couple weeks ago. Malik Willis. Packers can't catch an onside kick. Romeo Dobbs with his guardian cap. Caleb Williams, awful all game. 2 big throws and tie the game and then go in overtime or to win it in overtime, so on and so forth. Jordan Love's back. Questions about Matt LaFleur. No Micah Parsons. The Bears, they're limping into the playoffs. Their defense sucks. Supposed to be a legitimate snow game from what we've read, correct?
Yeah, last I checked. NFLweather.com. scattered snow showers.
The Green Bay Packers, the Bears, have led for exactly 0 minutes in regulation in this matchup, which is probably why the Green Bay Packers are favored. Everybody's thinking the Chicago Bears and Ben Johnson, and they're going to run the football. Can Caleb Williams put it together? Who do you trust more game between Caleb Williams and Jordan Love?
I'm glad you asked because I have an answer to that.
Okay.
One of my favorite things to do when the playoff schedule comes out, there's like a core tenet. There's A, run the ball. B, when you get to the playoffs, you find the matchup that features a quarterback that has playoff experience playing a quarterback that does not have playoff experience. Because when a quarterback has experience and he's playing one without the playoff experience, he's 39-21 against the spread. We'll get to that one later. Here's where I think the whole thing comes down to. Both these teams had their off week in week 5. So they've been going for what? 12 straight weeks of football. Yeah. Packers got lucky because they had the 7 seed locked up. Rest of the stars last week. Jordan Love got an extended break with his concussion, but Tucker out, Parsons out. Guys are hurt, but the guys that are playing should feel good. Meanwhile, the Bears sent their starters out to roost last week against the Lions, play a physical game, bell to bell, have to use all 60 minutes to steal a victory at the end. And they lost. Remember when teams used to play the Lions and the next week suck, and that was just the thing?
Yep.
I think we may have that here. You go back to those 2 games they played, like you mentioned, Bears never had a lead in regulation. All right, it was 14-3 in the first matchup, 6-0 the second time around. It wasn't really until Jordan Love went out that the Bears staged its epic comeback, steal one at the end. Their whole DNA this whole season has been hibernate. They're Bears. They go to sleep for 3 quarters, then they find some magic and they pull out a win. Not sustainable. Go next level. Packers were 8 for 12 on third down in the first game, 6 for 12 on third down in the second game. They lost Love, so that may have hurt that number. Meanwhile, the Bears 8 for 16 the first time, 2 for 11. That's the difference. The final note here for why I love the Packers is because that idiot Ben Johnson in his introductory press conference said his favorite thing was beating Matt LaFleur. And these two aren't, this is me and you just talking shit at the microphone. Complete strangers. Matt LaFleur went on buzzing with the boys like, I don't know the guy. I guess he's starting something, which A, kind of squashed it and he's not getting on Ben Johnson's level, but B, he disrespected him. It's not a real head coach and who cares what he says. So it's personal for Matt LaFleur. Give me the Packers.
And I think the Packers are the only team that's been a 7 seed and actually won a game.
Yeah, they smoked the Cowboys a couple weeks ago. And also, I just checked. There's 2 games where a team has over 60% of the public vote. The Bears have 72.
Oh, gosh.
And this might be my best pick. Packers.
Well, the Packers, really? Well, look, here's my thing. When they said it was a snow game, just because you play for the Bears, Caleb Williams, you haven't been there long enough to be a snow quarterback. Okay?
So what's he going to pink snowflakes on his fingernails? That's how he's going to get through?
He's a USC guy. I guess he's from Washington, D.C. area, right?
Right. But this isn't a snow game against Dallas. The Packers. Frozen tundra. They know what they're doing.
I mean, Jordan Love's been playing at Utah State. Then he played, Jordan Love is I don't trust either one of these quarterbacks, but I think Matt LaFleur is going to be in his bag this game.
Yes.
He's going to be in his, as far as a run game scheme, he is going to be all over it. Unless, you can you can go up and down the field all you want on the Bears defense, period. They can't do anything.
2 weeks ago.
You can do whatever you want. So I like that. I like the Packers. So Packers minus 1.5. Let's do it. Thus concludes, we got 2 road favorites as our first 2 picks.
Which is kind of sussy as well because the Bears opened as the favorite and immediately got bet down and flipped. So that's basically a pickup at this point.
Everybody's like, Bears favorite. Are you kidding me? And I'm just going to be honest. You can tell me to ignore the stats of Caleb Williams all the time. That's what everybody always says. Don't look at his completion percentage. He's playing above the X's and O's. He's got a lot of hidden yards, and I'm like, this is the playoffs, right? You can come back in the fourth quarter against the Browns or the whoever they came back. But when you play the Niners, when you play the Lions, when you play these teams that have sustained success and established head coaches and winning cultures, you're not going to do that. You just aren't going to do it.
Well, also, these first-time quarterbacks, some have had success, right? You go back, Ben Roethlisberger went to the AFC Championship his first year. Tom Brady, when he filled in for Bledsoe, did well. A lot of these examples of first-year quarterbacks winning kind of won because the team around them. And in the case of the Bears, they're kind of in a rebuild still, despite what you want to say. Like, this is their first year with Ben Johnson, first year installing the pieces around Caleb Williams that are going to be, able to carry him one day. But it's still a work in process. And I think it's an important scar tissue for, the future development of the Bears. Sorry, guys. You're taking the L on Sunday or Saturday night, but,
This is a great Saturday night game.
Great Saturday night game. Honestly, I think I would have rather played the 49ers because there's really no shame in losing to the 49ers if you're the Bears. It's going to really sting.
Yep. But Eagles, I think Eagles and Niners is going to do huge numbers for Fox. I think it's going to be a huge.
The first half.
I agree.
Once it gets out of reach, people will probably go eat dinner or something.
All of a sudden, the offense is just going to click. Okay. Sunday, 1:00. The Buffalo Bills and everybody in sports media, every show you go on. If Josh Allen doesn't win this game, it's a complete failure because they're the people who have been riding Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. And so they get to be like, well, our guy's not in it, so now it has to be Josh Allen.
No pressure.
It's like, Josh Allen's an elite generational talent. But I have watched the Bills play. Their run defense sucks. They have 0 weapons on the perimeter. They have one good tight end and a good running back. Like, if they lose, I can't put it on all on Josh Allen. I just can't do it.
No, it's their
I'm not saying they're
GM.
going. They what? Yeah, right. So this idea that like, oh, hey, look, Mahomes isn't in. Now you can win it. And then everybody's going to be like, see, he couldn't win it even if he wasn't, even if Mahomes was in it. So that's what they're going to try to spin this into, though. They're going to make it more about Lamar and Mahomes and Burrow than they are about Josh Allen. So, I mean, they act like these teams that are in the playoffs don't have elite defenses. Like the Jags have a really good defense. The Texans have a really good defense. But let's not go down that road. The Bills are favored by 1.5 in Jacksonville. The Bills have lost 8 consecutive road playoff games. The Jacksonville Jaguars have
Josh Allen's 4 of them.
They what?
Josh Allen is 4 of those straight losses on the road.
There you go. You're right. The Jaguars' rush defense, very good. The Bills' rushing attack, also very good. Will Josh Allen turn the football over? Can the Jaguars, will they run the football and take advantage of what the Bills get them, or are they going to try to do the Trevor Lawrence versus Josh Allen thing where our quarterback's good too, or is Liam Cohen going to be smart enough to just be like, Travis Etienne, you're going to run for 180 yards for 3 touchdowns. Take the ball out of his hands. Are the Bills going to do a stupid thing where they feel like we're a running football team and we've established our culture and this is how our offense works in the first half? You get down by 27 and then you have to play cover and then you let Josh Allen do what he does.
Well, it's kind of what they've done all year is get behind and then come back.
Because they want to say they're a running team and they have an identity. And it's like, no, you don't. You're just pretending you have an identity for 30 minutes. And then you're like, okay, all right, Josh Allen, go run around and do all your crazy stuff.
So the Jaguars haven't allowed a 75-yard rusher all year. Meanwhile, the Bills are ranked 31st in defensive run EPA. So I don't know. It seems pretty cut and dry. You take the team that can run the ball better. Josh Allen. I mean, he's just kind of mid to me. He's big and athletic. He's Ben Roethlisberger, a Jace. I mean, he's probably going to need an elite defense to go win a Super Bowl sometime, but he's not like, I have a bar that I set if Tom Brady is the best. And Tom Brady will tell you when he's announcing the games about how he basically knew where he was going with the ball before it was even snapped. And I don't think quarterbacks do that anymore. I mean, the system quarterbacks. No, I think Kyle Shanahan says, throw the ball to this guy. He's going to be wide open because I'm such a brilliant play caller.
Unless it's a big game.
Well, there's that.
or you're behind.
So how does Josh Allen win in the playoffs? Well, it comes down to the opposing quarterback because the quarterbacks he has beat are 40-year-old Phillip Rivers, Tyler Huntley, Mac Jones, Mason Rudolph, Skylar Thompson, Bo Nix in his first start, which we already talked about. New quarterbacks aren't so good. And Lamar, you already said stinks. So I don't think Trevor Lawrence is that kind of stinky. I think he's kind of finally had his resurgence.
I agree.
I saw someone compare it to like a classic Royal Rumble where Trevor Lawrence came in early, got knocked down, and kind of just rolled into the corner of the ring. And now we're getting down to the final of people, and someone tosses them out, thinks they won, but then they turn around and Trevor Lawrence comes back, and oh my God, he throws him out of the ring. Winner.
That's a great comp. I love that comp.
Spot on.
Phenomenal.
I didn't think that's where it's at. There's no pressure. They're going to be in Duval.
Duval.
Now, did you know the Jaguars are 0-23 when the total is 49 or higher since 2007?
Yes, I think J-Bon missed it.
That's a problem. I think in this league, the way it's set up, it's a running the ball league, but also there's a dynamic with special teams. And the Jaguars have a little weapon by the name of Cam Little.
Mr. 6'7".
And in this kind of game, he needs what? One first down for 3 points? They keep it close. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it. Bill's probably going to get a lead with like 30 seconds left and lose on a field goal from a mile away. Give me the Jags.
I love it. This perplexed me when it came out and I saw the Bills were favored. I'm like, really? Dude, Trevor Lawrence doesn't have to lose them this game. Like, Trevor Lawrence will make boneheaded plays and do stupid stuff. He's kind of over it the last 7 or 8 weeks. I'm not pooping on him by any means, but I'm saying the way the Jags can win this game is by he doesn't even have to do anything. Just hand the ball off. Right?
Yeah. I love it. I love this parlay.
Cohen.
Cook this one up. Ready?
Let's go.
ETN 60 yards. All we're going to ask for. Tootin spells him for 20 yards. Trevor Lawrence cuts loose a couple times, 20 yards. And let's take the Jags plus 4.5. I think you're cooking up something around plus 5, plus 600. That's the official parlay for that game right there.
Love it. BMO's finally here. He said he missed a notification. BMO, we had to do it tonight. We had to do it on Friday because
I told him 2 hours ago we were doing this.
He doesn't listen to anything.
Nope.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the Sunday Fox 4:30 game. That one's last. We're going out of order because
game of the week.
Game of the week. Game of the century. Could it fracture the pod? Who knows? I have a lot of friends who are Eagles fans. I cannot wait for that game. I told my wife, I was like, look, 4:30. We're making sausage. We're doing the whole nine. Like, it's going to be a full-on football day.
Sausage.
Yes.
I may have some meatballs because did you know Vic Fangio gives a meatball a week to the best defensive player from every game?
I do love that.
It's held in high regard. People do not taste the said meatballs because, you have to earn it. Additionally, Vic Fangio shields the recipe from his girlfriend. He's got a girlfriend. And he doesn't let her see the secret recipe. So Vic Fangio's meatballs, legit. I'm cooking meatballs this weekend.
All right. Fair enough. Shield the recipe, though. Actually, I'm making another prime rib tomorrow, I think.
Baby.
Yes. I looked at my father-in-law tonight. I was like, you know what? I'm making a prime rib tomorrow.
Don't forget, you can have that all year if you want it.
Dude, I love it. No, he's doing his PC build. He's doing, he's starting businesses, building computers, and he's
nerd alert
jobs in it. Nerd alert. Okay. So we're going to skip the 4:30 game. We're going to go straight to Sunday night. I'm not going to skip. We're going to put it last. Sunday night, 8:15. Is this Tirico? Is this Tirico and Collinsworth again?
I'll be Tirico. Okay. Here's a guy in Jonathan Herbert. That is just, you think you got him. His line's not great at protecting him, but he sneaks out down the field. It's just wild to me.
Drake May, Justin Herbert. He's going to be covered in lotion all over himself.
Good old-fashioned glazing. Krispy Kreme night in New England.
It's going to be Chris Collins. Did you see that their NBC's in trouble because now you can mute? There's going to be an option where you can mute the commentators and just listen to crowd noise.
I love it. I mean, anyone with a sophisticated audio system can tinker with the settings to drown them out already. If you're into that, I remember getting yelled at by my old father. I can't hear what they're saying. It's like, it doesn't matter what they're saying. They're just making it up. I like the roar of the crowd.
The New England Patriots. Home favorites is the 2 seed. Drake May's first playoff game. Mike Vrabel back in the playoffs, taking on the rested Chargers, who rested their entire starting platoon last week against who'd they play?
Broncos.
And Justin Herbert said he's now taking snaps under center again. He can put his hand right up under there.
Pray for the Patriots.
Yep. And this matchup is very interesting because, again, Drake May, first-year playoff quarterback. Jim Harbaugh is an absolutely elite coach. Justin Herbert doesn't have a playoff win yet. However, the matchup in this game is going to be the Chargers' ability to limit big plays. And guess who gets a lot of big plays? That would be the New England Patriots. And the Patriots suck at getting to the quarterback, which actually helps the Chargers out because their offensive line is completely in shambles, which would allow Justin Herbert to absolutely cook them if he wanted to. I want to take the Chargers really bad right now.
Oh, baby boy, let me cook.
Let's go. JBonez, right. What say you?
Wild card underdogs, playing a team who did not make the playoffs the year prior. 16-1 since 2017, 21-2 since 2013, covering by an average of 8 points. Chargers.
Whoa.
Justin Herbert in a spread of 3.5 or more, 13-2 against the spread, and 3-0 with old Jimbo Harbaugh.
Wow.
Since the playoffs expanded, teams favored by 2 or 3 points are 2-9 against the spread. Lines at 3.5 or more. Favorites go to 17-2. All right, so what's the number we have on here?
3.5.
3.5. So we're getting in that territory, maybe. This goes back to the game we just talked about too. The Bills and Patriots have the number 1 and number 2 easiest schedule of opposing quarterbacks all year. You may have heard it in the Drake May MVP conversation. They've played no one. They have more domestic violence abusers on their team than they have wins over teams with a 500 or better record. And you want defense? Let me tell you about the Chargers, because in the last 10 weeks, 40% of drives against this Chargers defense have failed to get a first down.
Wow.
The strength of the Chargers defense is limiting the big plays. So while Drake May is trying to chase big plays and has, 5 touchdowns of 30 air yards or more, he's completing 50% of deep ball passes. The Chargers allow the lowest completion percentage, 20 yards downfield or more, and they're intercepting 11% of total passes from 20 yards downfield. They're the only defense in football with more interceptions than touchdown passes allowed. And for that reason, I want the Chargers all day.
I love both the fuck up right now.
Outright.
Give it to me. That's is that the favorite? No.
Right now, the favorite I think is the Packers.
Okay. All right. I'll agree with that. There was some the Chargers wanted this. Right? They could have won. They could have played last week full out, beat the Broncos, wreck the AFC playoff picture. But instead, they just were like, no, our best chance, because what are they going to go play the Texans? They're going to go play the Jaguars? Like, no, their offensive line can't handle either of those teams.
And again, the Patriots are in the middle of a rebuild. They're not like the team yet that they're going to be next year. Their weapons questionable. Defensive line questionable.
The 1 seed and the 2 seeds in the AFC and NFC have quarterbacks that have never won a playoff game.
Wonder if that'll matter.
Going to be absolute chaos. I don't know who the hell is going to. This is going to be wild. Love the Chargers. I think there was I can't remember what the stat was. I'm not even going to say it because it might be wrong. It was something about the Chargers defense. It was 63.5. I can't remember what that meant for. It's like,
say it. Comment section, fix it.
I thought it was 63.5%. I want to say 3 and outs, but that doesn't sound right. It was something crazy. But the Chargers defense is no joke. Like, they are legitimate. Oh, getting to the court. I think it was 63% of the time they get to the quarterback with with no more than 4, or maybe it was something crazy. Anyways, Chargers defense is really good.
Way too many people are still talking about the Broncos defense like it's elite. It's fallen apart in the last 6 weeks. It's not this elite defense anymore.
Do you know what's elite on the Broncos? Their offensive line.
Yeah.
That's what's elite for the Broncos. Bo Nix
it's good enough.
Well, I was looking at some stat today about sacks given up, and they're like the number 1 team in the playoffs with giving the least amount of sacks up.
Well, so that's another point of contention for Drake May. People say he takes too many sacks. He doesn't want to hurt his passing numbers.
It's like the old Aaron Rodgers.
Does he know the MVP race is over? Is he just going to cut loose and sling incomplete passes, or is he going to take the sacks and lose the yards? Tom Brady did not do that. Never.
This is people are saying that Drake May is like Justin Herbert. They're saying this is a very similar quarterback game. This is a doppelganger game.
All right, perfect. Up a 21-point lead in the first half and then blow it, just like Justin Herbert did. Give that for the TikTok.
Jim Harbaugh is going to have them busing.
Oh, and also, so they're going out and playing in the cold, right? It's an LA team playing in the cold. Yeah. How could you possibly? They're a Jim Harbaugh team playing in the cold, and he's going to have them fighting kneecaps.
He probably had them practice with like, he probably made him go swim in the Pacific Ocean right now.
Yeah. Slight snow chance, for what it's worth.
Yeah. Love it.
Half the games on the board have snow on NFL
weather.com.
Oh,
my gosh. And then there's going to be some jackwagon on Twitter like, this isn't football weather. Shut up, dude. Or chick. It is football weather. You know why? Because I can sit on my couch in 72-degree weather and be like, in 72-degree atmosphere and be like, man, that looks really cold. But it's awesome. I know they're cold. Monday night, Tennessee, almost said Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans, 2.5-point favorites at the Pittsburgh Steelers off an emotional win. DK Metcalf's coming back. TJ Watt's back. His lung is fine. Cam Hayward, he had a big game. He was running, doing the tush push, the Hayward hay bale, whatever they call it. They, all that stuff.
Brotherly shove?
Literally the brotherly shove. If Loop makes a field goal, Tomlin's fired. Never had a losing season, all that stuff. Pittsburgh Steelers, Kings of the North. Texans, absolute heater. CJ Stroud playing but it's not about them. It's about their defense. Aaron Rodgers loves playing defenses that have good defensive lines because he loves to show how fast he can get the ball out of his hand. That's not the stat that matters. The stat that matters, and by the way, if you don't think they have a plan for Kenny Gainwell with Petrie and the boys, you're out of your mind. The stat that matters is Steelers have not lost a home Monday Night Football game in 23 attempts. That's the one.
You give Mike Tomlin an extra day, he does something big. This
is a perfect nobody believes in us Mike Tomlin game.
Hell yeah. Super Bowl winning quarterbacks playing as an underdog in the playoffs, 64-25, 72% against the spread.
How much money is on the Texans right now? Nobody believes in the Steelers. There's no way.
Actually, Steelers is at 56%.
Damn it.
Here's the thing. Bad on lines, they don't travel. Texans are the third worst rush EPA. I respect the Texans defense.
Yes.
However, the Steelers offense on its best days is in a sit back in the pocket and like matriculate that. It's like bang, bang, out, 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 yep. Check down, check down, check down, check down, deep ball, check down. And it's perfect for the Texans. That place is going to be rocking. Yes. I feel like there's a lot of disrespect because the Steelers haven't won a playoff game in, I don't know. I know the Eagles have rebuilt twice and won 2 Super Bowls since the last time the Steelers won a playoff game. That's what I know. And I think that they win on Monday night.
The Steelers?
Yes.
I think they do too.
I mean, I've watched so many Texans games. They had that Monday night game against Seattle where neither team won it. They just kept punting it back and forth. It's going to look like that game. 2 good defenses. And basically, it's going to come down to CJ Stroud gets swatted and TJ Watt ends up with the ball. Because that's what always happens for this freaking team.
Yes. It is definitely going to be a come down to the last possession.
Boswell, chip on his shoulder, got blocked last week. It's time for all the marbles.
The Texans have barely beat the Chargers. They barely beat the Raiders. They beat the Cardinals pretty well. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Colts on the road. I think that was after Daniel Jones got hurt. They did beat the Bills. The Texans play close games anyways. their offense is not good enough to scare me into being like, unless their defense scores 2 touchdowns. But yeah, I mean, Mike Tomlin, underdog, Monday Night Football, all that stuff. I like the Steelers. I really do. The Kenny Gainwell offense, where they're just going to be getting the ball, bomb, out. Okay, final game, last game.
Such a weird playoffs we're building because it's going to end up being Steelers Jags in the second round.
Holy cow, are you kidding me? And then Broncos Chargers.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know what? It's the Steelers are going to do just enough on Monday night to give people around here hope, and the Jags are going to rip their hearts out. Remember what I said on your Sunday show a couple weeks ago? Jags plus 600, sneaky Super Bowl pick.
Oh, I picked the Jags to win the division before the season. I'm with you.
That winning streak. Also, Texans winning streak is a cause for concern.
Very true. Let's get to the game that matters the most. Sunday at 4:30. A house divided, if you will. The San Francisco 49ers, after putting up a measly 3 points against the Seattle Seahawks, get their second bird team in a row. They travel to Philadelphia. Kyle Shanahan was saying that Philadelphia fans are crazy because he was sleeping on the bus one time when he first went there, and somebody he heard a loud crack. He thought it was a gunshot, but somebody smoked a hard-boiled egg that cracked the windshield of the bus. So this is actually a pretty heated rivalry over the last couple of years, dating back at least to the 2022 with the whole Debo and the Purdy and all that stuff. The 49ers are going to have, it seems like they're going to have Trent Williams. We don't know about Ricky Pearsall, but the 49ers, but also the 49ers have signed like 3 linebackers because
Michael Kendricks.
Michael Kendricks is going to play. Kazir White that they signed from Arizona. They signed another guy from Atlanta. Like they're pulling out all the stops at linebacker. Now, the rookies, 2 rookie defensive linemen, Alfred Collins and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Cornerback popped up on injury report today.
Renardo Green did, yes. But
can we talk about injuries for a second?
Sure.
So a tweet from Peter Cowan. You see that?
I did not.
He has a Substack here. Low frequency electromagnetic fields can degrade collagen, weaken tendons, and cause soft tissue damage at level regulators call, quote, safe. And you know what just so happens to be parked right next to Levi's Stadium? Yes. Electromagnetic pulse station. So looking at the data here, 49ers are consistently the top 5 most injured teams since 2014. League baseline is 74 injuries a year. 49ers is 100 to 166. You look particularly at the Achilles and patellar tendon ruptures. The 49ers, 7 to 8 full ruptures since 2014. League baseline is 2 to 3 per team. Grade 3 hamstring calf tears. The 49ers, 40 plus major or recurring tears since 2014. League baseline 12 to 15. High ankle sprains. 49ers, it's endemic since 2018 is what he says. And league baseline is 90. Average recovery is 11 weeks. So number one, they're killing their players in the stadium and eventually they have to move somewhere or move that station. Additionally, trying to tick that camera on, someone's going to blow an Achilles in the Super Bowl. It's going to be devastating. But conversely, do you know who's rolling in a Sunday 22 of 22 opening day starters ready to play?
The Eagles. I know Lane Johnson's back. I saw that.
He back. They're all healthy. Jalen Hurts 5-0 in home games of the playoffs, winning by an average of 21 points. Brock Purdy. It's the 5th game as an underdog. You remember the first 4? They were all losses. Average of 12.3 points a game. Jalen Hurts. You don't talk about the offense. I heard you say it. Here's my counter. They did not have a good offense in the regular season. Last year, playoffs game, they turned it on. This whole regular season was devised to get to the playoffs. The regular season 3.3 design runs per game. That's almost half of his average prior 3 years. Scrambled to lower rate 2. Without Fred Warner, the 49ers are allowing a touchdown on 27% of opposing drives. That's 25th in the NFL. By far the worst of the playoff teams. And last but not least, 2 more here. 2 more. Just break any ties. Kyle Shanahan versus Vic Fangio. Kyle Shanahan's at 11 points, 6 points, 15 points, and 9 points. And if you're thinking George Kittle's going to save you, I hate to break it to you, but the Eagles defense ranks number 1 defending the tight ends in the passing game. Birds.
Counterpoint to the Vic Fangio, the 49ers, I think, had Nick Mullins, Jimmy Garoppolo, Josh Johnson, and I think it was Nate Sudfeld.
I just saw Josh Johnson put up big points against Vic Fangio last week.
The whole Vic Fangio thing, out the window. Sorry.
Kyle wanted to hire him.
Don't believe it. I know he did. Yes, I agree. However, I don't know if you know this, the Eagles are 22nd against the run, and guess who's coming into town? Mr. Christian McCaffrey. Hate to break it to you. They're going to run the fucking football right down your throat. It's not going to be a Brock Purdy game. It's going to be a Christian McCaffrey game. And you're going to have to sit there and watch him run it up and down the field, and a little bit of Brian Robinson in there because he's a very effective runner too. I think Kyle Shanahan did not. Here's my theory. Didn't want to show anything against the Seahawks, no matter who they were playing. Okay, he can't empty the clip against the Seahawks in a regular season game when he's got to save his best called games for the playoffs. So the whole Vic Fangio thing, I understand. Yes, against Shanahan, but Shanahan's quarterbacks during that time were not very good because I saw that stat and I looked it up and I saw who played quarterback for the 49ers during that time. It was a bunch of backups and people that don't play in the league anymore. So that's out the window. The way you beat the Eagles defense is you run it. You run it at them. Jalen Carter, who's the other guy, the big dude? Can't remember his name.
Jordan Davis.
Yes, thank you. They're not very good.
The Eagles have the same guy lead the league in sacks, leads the league in sacks, and leads the league in it. Oh God, do-over action.
I got you flustered.
Eagles,
that's what happened. You think I came prepared?
Have the same player leading the team in sacks and interceptions. How many times does that happen?
Let me read you this: 7 wildcard teams have won the Super Bowl. Okay. The Bucs in 2020, the Packers in 2010. 2 6 seeds have won the Super Bowl. The Steelers in 2005, Packers in 2010. NFC 6 seed is 8-2 the past 10 third seed matchups. NFC West was as the 6th seed is also 3-1. The 6th seed is 3-0 when having a better record than the 3rd seed. 49ers are 12-5, Eagles are 11-6. The 2020 5th seed Bucs had to win 3 road playoff games before reaching and winning the Super Bowl in their home stadium. Guess how many road games the 49ers are going to have to win? 3. How about those counterpoints? You didn't think we came prepared for this? That's why it's just going to be bam, volley.
Right, fine. I understand everything you're saying. I should let you know that despite the betting public at a week high, 81% of the money on the 49ers, the line has crept from 3.5 to 4 to 4.5 to 5 to 5.5 to 6. Vegas is taking a big bet on the Birds on Sunday.
We'll go with the Birds. That'll make it even sweeter.
Perfect. 6-0.
We'll do it.
What do you have there? 4.5? Oh, even better.
4.5. I'm actually honestly I'm fascinated to see what happens because I'm fascinated to see what the Eagles do because the 49ers defense, I don't even know what it is anymore. Like they don't do anything well at all.
Well, it's not your team. They're gone. You're like multiversed.
Yeah. I think I honestly really do believe that Shanahan, like I was thinking about it, I was like, he couldn't empty the bag against Seattle to get the 1 seed because he has to save some stuff. Because that game that he called against Seattle was pathetic.
I don't think you could take that risk, especially with Fred and Warner being talked about being available the next week. You get a bye week and get a little bit more healthy.
But I'm just fascinated to watch this game. I mean, the 49ers are in a cap reset year.
Your cap numbers. Let's go down your cap numbers right here. Trent questionable. Nick Bosa out. Fred Warner out. George Kittle wounded. Brandon Ayuk out.
Gone.
Is Yetur Gross Matos playing?
Yeah. He has been. Jalen
Jennings. I mean, I just don't know any team that can have their top 5 players be out.
Yeah.
And go on the road.
Well, I mean, Like if you reverse it and be like, hey, Jalen Carter's out, AJ Brown's out, and Zach Bond's
Saquon's
out,
out,
and Saquon's out,
and Lane Johnson's out.
and you'd be staring at me and this be like, if we win this game, it'd be a miracle.
Yeah.
So like I understand, like I get it. I think people don't give Brock Purdy enough credit, and that's just me watching every single game about what he does and how good he can be at times. So, and I don't think people give Jalen Hurts enough credit in the playoffs, to be honest. We made a power rankings, and I put Jalen Hurts number one. Everybody was yelling at me. I'm like, well, you want me to put Matt Stafford? Matt Stafford hasn't beaten him in like 3 years. Like, until Jalen Hurts loses in the playoffs, I can't put him not number one. So, I'm not
At
an
home.
idiot. That's what I'm
And
saying.
they're rested. They're rested. They had last week off. And they look loose at practice. Oh, they look loose.
All the guys on the show on Wednesday night were like, Jalen Hurts number one. I'm like, what, you want me to put Stafford? He doesn't.
He's got that Jordan gene where he can like make things up in his head that people are disrespecting him and get up.
So, but anyway, so we'll
Him and
take
Jordan are friends, you know.
Who?
Jalen Hurts, Michael Jordan, they're buddies.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh, Tiger Stripes. There he is. He's back. What do you think of this Tiger Stripes? He was
24 or something.
He changed. Yeah, it was 24 TS Media, I think.
Oh, it was the TS Tiger Stripes?
I didn't get to tune into his. Yeah, I didn't get to tune into his stream tonight because I had some family over. So
you don't want to steal his ideas. That's a good prep session there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
Wait, what's our favorite?
Oh, what is your favorite? Did you want to make it the Birds?
Yeah.
Did you want to make it the Birds or not?
I mean, listen, you got a Super Bowl defending team that saw how the Chiefs, limp through the regular season and turn it on the playoffs. They know the recipe. 80% of the public is on the 49ers.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
8-0. And it's been like that all week. I'm like, it's going to come down. And it just stays up there. And the line keeps moving and it still stays up there. Like they can't get anyone to take the Eagles in Vegas.
Wow. My vote would be the Chargers. Like that's.
Yeah, Chargers. I think we go 6-0.
Do you really, are you really confident in the Eagles? It's such a tough pick for us because.
Yeah. Confident. The 49ers are like, they don't have their guys.
I know.
It's a lucky situation.
Or do we just say fucking go the Packers?
Yeah, Packers.
You want to do the Packers?
The only thing I'm thinking against the Packers is A, the snow, and B, they kind of won both games in the regular season. It's really hard to beat the same team 3 times.
Yeah.
So if you like Chargers, defense wins games. Give me the Chargers.
But do you want to pick the Eagles? Like, is that your best pick? Like, truly, what's your number one? I feel like we can't do the Eagles and Niners because it's just we have too much invested. But I also could come on here.
And then we have Stafford coming in Lincoln Financial in the cold.
Oh God,
baby!
Just if you like, but it would also make great content if you pick the Eagles and somehow the 49ers won. It was our best pick. I could come on here and just be like, I can't believe that you.
I'll give you that. You can have that. Yeah, sure.
So you want the Eagles? Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Of all the games, all 6 games, you think Eagles is the best pick? I trust you.
I'm putting a large, sizable donation on the Eagles Sunday.
Okay, there you go. Best pick. You heard it here first, folks. Also, hey, appreciate that, Tiger Stripes. Dad, blame it. I wish I had I had company at my house. So I couldn't be on my screens and doing that stuff. So I apologize. The next one I'll be there though. I promise. Here we go. Rams minus 10.5 at the Panthers. Packers minus 1.5 at the Bears. Jaguars plus 1.5 taking on the Bills at home, and then the Eagles minus 4.5. That's the best pick. Minus 4.5 taking on the Niners, and then the Chargers plus 3.5 at the Patriots, and then Steelers plus 2.5 hosting the Texans. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 6 picks. JBonez says 6-0. I would disagree in one spot, as I am obligated to do, and I'm confident that the 49ers will pull off a win, which will make even better. It'll make it even better next week, because then I can just say team of destiny, and he has no choice but to. You know what? 49ers win this week. You have to pick them next week. So they'll be playing the Seahawks probably. Well, no, not necessarily. They might be playing the Rams. Oh,
So I'm a bet 365. I put all these in, move the lines it's necessary, get a 12% boost, 10 to win $500.
What?
Yeah, these 6 games, 10 to win 500.
Woo! That's nice.
Bought the points with the Eagles, gave some back with the Steelers.
There you go. We made our picks. Rams.
Look at that elite quarterback play.
Okay. There we go. Let's go back to our entries. Bingo. There it is. And then we'll play the oh, my man. Tiger Stripe says 49ers by 3. People are believing. We're rallying the troops here. People believe in Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is a good playoff quarterback. Better find out.
Is
Sunday.
he?
Yes. Yes, he is.
How many playoff games has he won?
4.
Jalen Hurts won 6. Including the big one.
Maybe this year is different. I told you I had him number 1. I had Jalen Hurts number 1 in my playoff rankings in the NFC. I'm objective. People don't think I am, but I am.
So in my life, I have this like pattern recognition where like Ohio State and the Eagles do the same thing historically. I mean, there's been coach turnovers in the same year. There's been like they don't hand the ball off enough. They have no defense in the same year. And I watched both offenses come off of championship seasons last year and like go dormant and talk about how they're like planning for the long game and how Ohio State had played an average of so many snaps that they actually played a full game less than the Alabamas and Georgias of the world that ran the ball quick. And it came time to get to the playoffs, and Ohio State didn't know how to turn it back on and be Ohio State. Here's where it matters. I want to see Tank Bigsby tomorrow or Sunday just as much as we see Saquon Barkley because he is electric, and Saquon may be overthinking things.
Well, that's a Saquon versus CMC. I mean, he was already talking about it before the matchup. He started talking about it before the game. He's saying playing against CMC, like that's all he was talking about.
He does too much. Like he's in his own head. Like I'm Saquon Barkley. I can spin, jump, do that.
Had the backwards hurdle over somebody.
Yeah, just downhill.
Tank Bigsby is a good back.
It's electric. It's night downhill. And day. It's a lightning thunder thing. I didn't know we had a lightning thunder thing here developing, but that's what we got.
I watched Brian Robinson get in there like against Seahawks. He averaged like 4 or 5 yards a carry. And I'm like, put him in the game more. Put both of them back there for crying out loud. Like, it's not a dish against CMC. I'm just like, I'm watching the football game. Like, my eyes aren't lying to me. Brian Robinson is a chunk yard runner. It's not going to be a big play, but he's going to get 5 yards. So, that's right. I forgot he's a 49ers fan.
Oh, imagine that.
You know what?
They'll lose when they're healthy. And they got Lane back. That's too big to diminish. You know what? You're missing Discord.
Do we have a Discord? We need to.
It doesn't look like it. That's the next bit. That's what the kids are on these days.
Okay. Well, and we could put all of our picks in there. I do the pick card and all that stuff. Like we put the pick card on there, and I do it on social medias. But that might have to be a job for somebody else because I cannot manage any more social medias. I'm doing everything I can with all the social medias we have. But speaking of social medias, we got TikTok, we got Instagram, we've got Rumble, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Follow us on all the podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Good Pods, all that stuff. There you go. He has a Discord.
See, I told you the kids do that. Hey, are we gonna be on Netflix next week, like with Aaron? So. All the big podcasts are on Netflix next week. What's that about? Are we on?
We need to contact Netflix.
Dear Netflix.
Maybe that's right. These guys stole our Bet Gala idea, so whenever you sponsor it and broadcast it next year, we will be there. So just look for us. We will be there, by the way. I'm not missing that. Whenever they start planning that shit, what is it, later this year? I'm not missing.
Yeah, it's like Sports Equinox in May or something.
Yeah, we have to go. I would like when Big Cat sends us a message, I'm going to be like, look, the whole crew is coming. So be ready.
Betting on NBA and NHL, like we all know what the hell's going on.
Okay. Like I said, iTunes, Spotify, or Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeart, Good Pods, Amazon, anywhere you find them. Check us out. If somebody wants to manage the Discord, we can start a Discord, but I just can't. I don't know if I can do all that. However, playoffs are here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Like, subscribe, rate, all that stuff. Leave us a review, especially on the podcast platforms. That would be great. Anything else, JBonez?
Do I need to come back on Sunday to debrief?
That might be. You might have to. Actually, you should.
You're probably not going to have your Bills guy. There's open seats, I think.
I think once I think we should do at least a 10 or 15 minute segment of if they win or lose, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm a man of honor.
That's what I said. You didn't think I was going to show up the other night last week?
Yeah.
I show up every night, win or lose. But yes, we'll have to do that. For us, for our sake, 6-0. I love the card. I love it. I'll get those picks out. We'll do it. Live fourth stream. All right, everybody. Enjoy the playoffs.